Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Pittsburgh Pro. We've got bikini, wellness, figure, and women's physique results. This is a huge show and some big names. Wow. And I've got two other recaps from last weekend still coming your way, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss them. All right, so in terms of Olympia, we are like halfway through the qualification season already. We are so deep. It is extremely exciting. So it's the top three from last year's Olympia, and then the winner of each contest in the qualification period. So each winner of each division in this contest gets a ticket. There's no more points. Second through fifth don't get anything. It is only the winner. The stakes are so high. So let's begin with pro figure. In first place, Cherish. Second, Natalia. Third, Maria. Fourth, Erica. And fifth, Madison. And a fairly even score, 5, 10, 15, 20, 26. So the judges had a good, easygoing decision here. So here's Madison in fifth place. She looks beautiful. I love this suit. It is striking. The pink in the middle and how the ombre, it's just so beautiful with the black outline. It's the most beautiful butterfly kind of a look. Wow. I think it's just gorgeous. Now her physique also is amazing. We've already seen her get first place at the Charlotte, but I think she looks even tighter and even harder. Her legs have a little bit more detail coming through. They look super sharp. It's phenomenal. I think her conditioning is bang on. Great abs, beautiful shoulders, just absolutely gorgeous. I do notice, though, with Madison, a slight lean in the way that she holds her upper body. So the symmetry is a tiny bit off for me because this shoulder is higher than this one and the hands aren't quite falling at the same level. And I noticed it in her back pose too, so it wasn't just the one photo. Otherwise, I think she just looks absolutely tremendous. Okay, next in fourth is Erica, who actually got second at the Charlotte last time. So the girls have switched places a little bit. That's very cool. And to me, Erica looks extremely full in a good way. Her legs look so big. There's so much size and roundness in the quads compared to the Charlotte show. Really, it looks so cool. She still has crazy detail, great conditioning, great lines, but just to me, the quads look bigger and rounder. Love it. The suit is gorgeous. Her abs look amazing as usual. Really trim, small waist, and great V-taper shape. Really big lats, beautiful shoulders. I love the height. I love the width. I think she's got a great overall silhouette. But mostly I'm impressed with just those legs and how round and full they look. She looks amazing. Okay, next and third is Maria. Holy smokes, her V-taper is really easy to see. The shoulders on Maria are awesome, particularly the curve just from top right down into the arm muscles. Oh, I think it looks so good. Really nice proportion with the lats, tiny waist. I love how high her suit comes up. I think it's really flattering to show off how small her waistline is. And then nice size in her legs with great conditioning. And I love her calves too. Like she's got a lot of muscle right from her ankles all the way up. The suit color is gorgeous, such a pretty pink, and the makeup is perfect. The lips, the eyeshadow, such beautiful coordinating. So I think she looks amazing. And what sets her apart to me really is that width and that size up top. You really notice the V on her frame. Okay, next is Natalia in second place. So I know she didn't get points for getting fifth at the Olympia, but I had to show you side by side because to me, she's so extremely impressive. Being top 5 at Olympia is just wow. But I feel like she's made some impressive progress since then. I see size gains in her legs. I feel like the quads have even a little bit, maybe a lot. I don't know. I'm just seeing more width, more mass in her legs on the sides. I see a little bit more size in the lats. I think her shoulders look bigger, absolutely, when I compare side by side. Now, whether some of this is just a slight tweak to the posing, you can see the hands are a little bit different. Tiny, like here the palm is a little bit more towards the back of the stage, whereas here the palm is a little bit more towards the floor, just a micro. Whatever it is, I think she looks incredible, and she's maintained an extremely tiny waist and beautiful conditioning. The detail in her legs is all the way from kneecap right up to her thigh, the top of her hip. Just amazing. Love the fit of her suit. I love how high it comes up to her belly button height. Great color. It pulls your eye out towards her lats. I think she looks amazing. Really, really beautiful package from Natalia. And now Cherish in first place. Wow, her shoulders are out of this world. They're like nobody else. You cannot help but notice her upper body. She's got amazing size in her delts, great size in her arms, and the balance with her lats is spectacular. A really good amount of muscle in this whole region right here. Just so much mass. Extremely tiny waist, beautiful detail in her abs, great detail in the arms too, right? You've got a little bit of striations coming through in the shoulders, great outlining of the delts. And then her legs look awesome. Great detail, really good 3D full separated quad muscles. She's not the largest legs on this stage, but I think she's got a really good overall shape. You just see a really nice line from that wide upper body, the very narrow stomach, and then beautiful curve in the legs. So she's got great conditioning, great size. Most of all, her upper body, those shoulders really stand out. And of course, her suit is beautiful, great smile, beautiful makeup. Okay, side by side, do you see what I'm seeing with Cherish and those shoulders? Nobody else comes close. She's so wide, so developed, and then the lat is amazing. I think Maria beside her has some good size as well, but Cherish has such a tiny midsection that the V is really knockout. She's got great legs, really good definition. Again, like I said, not the biggest size. I think Maria, even Natalia, they have more mass, but she's got so much detail and just a beautiful shape, the way that you just see her outline. And then from behind, wow. So Cherish has awesome muscles in her upper back, as expected when her front looked so good. Really good posing. She's really level, right? So you see what I mean about Madison here is a little bit off with the symmetry, the way she's holding her shoulders. You notice also Madison and Erica have a bit more roundness in their glutes, even Natalia, whereas Maria and Cherish have a bit more of a sharp look, a little bit more of a chiseled. You really notice the tie-ins, you notice the detail in the adductors. She's got great sweep. It's really beautiful. There's a variety of different looks, different masses, different sizes, but Cherish really captures that V taper and that beautiful conditioning. And now in terms of Olympia, Cherish is qualified. Okay, moving on to Pro Women's Physique. In first place, Natalia. Second, Emily. Third, Amandine. Fourth, Joselie. And fifth, MARIE-SOLANGE. And very even 5-point scores across the board. So here's MARIE-SOLANGE in fifth place. My gosh, she is intense. I saw footage of her posing routine, and she maintains that glare, that absolute fire in her eyes the entire time. There's a little bit of a smile near the end, but she is so cool. I love the size of her legs. There is no confusing women's physique with figure. Like, definitely you see such an increase in the size. The quads are crazy big. Great size in her lats. I think her posing looks really good to show off the smallness in her waist, but I did think that she could have a little bit more definition in the abs. And I was wondering if maybe if she rotated the knee more towards the front, if it would show off more detail in this back quad, because you're seeing so much here and you're only kind of seeing the side view. And there's nothing wrong with the side view. She's got a great sweep, but it was just something I was thinking maybe she could play with. But overall, she looks just amazing. And the suit is so pretty. I love the color combo. I think she looks awesome. Okay, here's Jocelyn in fourth place. And so she is kind of showing a little bit more of that detail in the legs, in both legs from her posing. It's a slightly different pose than what we just saw, but it's very flattering to her. Amazing sweep on this leg. Same with this one. You've got some beautiful size. Really flattering cut of the suit as well. It comes up super high, so her waist looks like it's just this big, right from here to here. Great lat spread, beautiful shoulders. I did think maybe she could have a little bit more size in the biceps. But like, wow, she looks really good. She's got a great package, very tight, very condensed, but really beautiful. Great posing, and she's showing off those legs really well. Perfect makeup. I love her short hair. It really allows you to see the curves in her delts. I thought she's awesome. Amazing conditioning. All right, Amandine in third place. Wow. Pardon me. She's got a beautiful V-taper. The lat spread to that tiny waist is so good. You really just kind of, your eye is drawn way up to the upper body here and just how wide she is. Beautiful posing. I love the space between her hands. It just really makes you look outwards. The foundation color, it's a little bit too light. I've noticed that on a few people, in fact. So certainly I think just a little bit more blending with the tan. In terms of her size, gorgeous, great sweep. I love the detail on this muscle in her quad here. The teardrop is so good. But I did think conditioning could have been a little bit sharper to have kind of a little bit more of that easy to see, grainy, super defined lines all over. She definitely has beautiful conditioning, but she just looks a little bit more of that like full and round, almost like little balloons, right? She's got good 3D and fullness, but I want just a little bit more sharpness. But overall, man, her silhouette is crazy good. She's got a great X shape, and I think she looked beautiful. Okay, Emily in second. Wow. Size is crazy. The legs are unreal. So much quad. The sweep is fantastic. She's got thighs like nobody's business. A lot of size. Great, really easy to see lines. She looks so hard. Terribly, beautifully lean, just amazing detail in her abs, and wow size in her upper body too. So a great balance. The proportions are there. Awesome. You know, the upper to lower is so good. Love the suit. Love these teeny tiny thin straps. The purple looks beautiful. She tied in her makeup. She's really incredible. I just think she could have a little bit more size in the arm muscles. Like the delts could be a bit bigger and rounder, and even the biceps could be a little bit more visible, just so that there's a bigger difference between the delt and the bicep. But my gosh, she's smoking. She's so good. And now in first place, Natalia. You might remember her. First place at the Olympia. Oh my gosh. She looks as good as ever. Her posing is so consistent. I swear you could superimpose the one picture on top of the other and she'd be in an identical position. I think her legs look bigger as well. Check out the size here in her inside thigh compared to here. There's definitely some increase. She's done an amazing job with her quads, and yet the conditioning is just as good as ever. You've got great detail outlining all of those individual muscles. You've got lines coming up to her hips. You've got a gorgeous six-pack, so symmetric, and her lat spread is beautiful. Curves in her arms, beautiful full biceps. She looks amazing. I think, again, the foundation could have been a little darker. She's another athlete that it just a tiny bit more of a blend with the tan, but like that's my only real critique. The suit is really lovely. It's a little bit more of a subdued color than we saw with the pink, but it looks great with her hair and her makeup. I think she's gorgeous. So here's the lineup. You can't help but notice the size on Emily. Those legs are wild. And then you can't help but notice the X on Natalia. It's really easy to see. Just the width, the tiny waist, and then right back out to the width in her legs. I think when you look at the girls beside her, she's got the most beautiful shape with the greatest conditioning combined. So you've got the detail in the abs, the detail in the legs, but gorgeous curves all around. It's phenomenal. This was a great top 5. And then from behind, Natalia's glutes are standout. They are so chiseled. They're so straight on the sides. The tie-ins are so peaked and triangular, and you still see the most beautiful sweep in her quads and lots of detail coming down her legs. The hamstrings look gorgeous. Her waist is teeny tiny and lots of detail and fullness in her back. Now, everybody absolutely has great muscles in their backs, but to me, it's that small waist on Natalia and the glutes that really drive it home. So, of course, Natalia was already qualified. Okay, moving on to wellness. In first place, Giselle. Second, Cassandra. Third, Lily. Fourth, TEFANI-SAM. And fifth, Jennifer. And again, the scores were pretty even. 5, 10, 15, 20 with a 26 for Jennifer. So, pretty basic. Nice to see the judges were all pretty much agreeing. Okay, so here's Jennifer in fifth place. She is beautiful. You guys, I met Jennifer at the Vancouver Island show. If you saw my recap of that video, you'll see that I was there in person. She is stunning. Her waist in person is so small. She's so muscular. Her shoulders, absolutely beautiful. And just a lovely person too. Now, what I see in this video, in this picture, love the red suit. Love the red lipstick. She's changed her hair just a little bit. She looks gorgeous. The color of her tan, the way she's standing to me is ever so slightly more upright. The shoulders and the chest are just a little tiny bit more pointing up rather than a tiniest bit of a bend down in the Houston and the Vancouver Island show. And I think it looks magnificent. It really opens her up. The color of the suit, she just looks bright. She looks confident. I think she's amazing. Great glistening groove in the glute here too. I love the sheen she has. It shows off that conditioning. I think she looks just awesome. Amazing triceps, beautiful silhouette. She's got an awesome shape to her glute. She looks awesome. What can I say? So it was a great fifth place for her. Okay, next and fourth is TEFANI-SAM. Another beautiful red suit. Looks gorgeous. She's got a lot of size. Her glutes are massive and really big legs too. But beautiful delts. Like, I think she's got a really good overall shape. The shadows make it seem like her waist is way over here, but the true silhouette comes like this, and it's very impressive. Great size in her hamstrings, and I'm loving this detail right here. This line looks awesome. Really showcasing the different muscle groups in her legs without being overly hard or too conditioned. She's got a small waist, great posing, beautiful calves. And what's interesting is her feet are really close together, and yet you get a good view of both of her legs. She's not hiding the back leg with her front quad. So she's really nailed this pose, and I think she looks awesome. Okay, Lily in third place. This makes me so happy. Lily is someone who definitely caught my eye last year, and I am so excited to see her doing so well right off the bat. I think she has a really impressive physique. She's not as big as the other girls, and in fact, I find her quite balanced. I really like the degree of size she has in her upper body in comparison to her lower body. Even though that's not what wellness is about, wellness is supposed to be, focused on the lower body. To me, Lily has really beautiful balance. I love it. She's another one in the stunning red suit. I love the lipstick. I think you've got great conditioning. So she's got gorgeous abs. She's got the groove in her glutes. She's got that line separating out the hamstring. Amazing shape to the glute. I love that the curve kind of continues in right like that. Just gorgeous. The only thing in this photo, I find she's a little bit too sideways. I like that her tummy is sideways and the belly button, but I'd like if the shoulder was a little bit out more, just to be a bit more open in the upper body. But yet in the lineup, I find her to be a little bit too much to the front. So clearly there's a very delicate balance for me of how much I want to see of the back arm. But in this photo, I would love to see a bit more of the delt. But overall, I think she's stunning. She's got a tiny waist, beautiful features, and I'm really excited for her. Okay, next in second place is Cassandra. Again, I met her. I talked to her at the Vancouver Island show. In person, you guys, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's gorgeous in the pictures too. Extremely muscular legs. And I think in this photo, I'm loving her shoulder. I think it looks even better than it did at the Vancouver show. Her conditioning, the gloss, the lighting, it's just showcasing that beautiful delt. Tiny waist, gorgeous glute. Her conditioning to me looks really good at this show. She looks just a little bit harder than she did at the Vancouver Island show. She's really doing amazing this whole year. And the suit in person, when I saw her on stage here, the suit is absolutely spectacular. It is stunning. It is so eye-catching, so sparkly. The color, oh my gosh, it is a gorgeous suit. So to me, she looks absolutely beautiful. She doesn't typically do that sideways pose in her routine, but you'll see it in a minute so that we get a little bit of a different view of her legs. But wow, she's gorgeous, and I love her conditioning at the show. Okay, but now in first place is Giselle. You remember her. She just got first place at the Charlotte. I love the little changes she's done to her presentation. The hair is a bit softer. The makeup is a little bit more pink. The suit color is beautiful, very feminine. She looks gorgeous. And man, she's got great size. An amazing amount of muscle on her glute and her legs. In her back pose, you guys, nobody comes close to the size in her legs. Unreal. And yet she's got beautiful definition to showcase the lines without going too far. So you've got abs, you've got the groove, you've got the line, you've got a really detailed calf. Her shoulders look amazing, but she still looks super full and super round and just curves everywhere. And I just find the pink, the lips, the eyeshadow, the suit, it's just so pretty and feminine and beautiful. So I think she did a really amazing job. Okay, so in this lineup photo, what stands out most to me about Giselle is her posing and the way she's showing her upper body. Can you believe it? I know it's wellness. I know it's all about the lower body, but her upper body looks tremendous. Nobody is showing their shoulders quite like Giselle. I find Cassandra's shoulder is slumped down. Lily is a little bit, I said before she's maybe a little too forward facing in this photo, but really she's just a little bit more petite than the others. She doesn't quite have the width that you see on Giselle. I think TEFANI-SAM is not doing too bad of a job here showcasing the shoulder. Neither is Jennifer, but for some reason I'm really looking at Giselle and I notice the width, I notice the height, I notice how symmetric her delts are. She just looks tall, her chest looks up, she's got a beautiful line, like like my eye comes from way up here like this when I look at her upper body. She's really posing beautiful. Then when I go to the lower body, yeah, her glutes are crazy, a beautiful shape. But honestly, everybody's shape is really gorgeous in this top 5. The hamstrings on all the competitors look really great. But I definitely noticed the conditioning and the detail in Giselle. Her calf is really popping. The color of her tan is super flattering. Her abs are amazing. But mostly, I'm really loving her posing. But then from behind, yeah, Giselle takes it here easily from a size perspective. Her legs are so big. There is no space in between. The adductors are huge. The quad sweep is huge. The roundness, the fullness, beautiful. I think Lily looks really impressive from behind as well. Of course, because Cassandra looks amazing from behind. Great size in her glutes. The only thing I would say is Giselle and TEFANI-SAM should have a little bit less hair, just a tiny bit shorter. But man, those legs are incredible. So in terms of Olympia, Giselle is qualified. Okay, Pro Bikini. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a close scorecard. So in first place, Amy, second, Ashley, third, Romina, fourth, Vanya, and fifth, Lexus. And if you look closely, it was only 1 point difference between Ashley and Amy. Very, very tense. And a little bit closer between Romina and Vanya as well. So wow, very, very stressful, a very close one, but wow, so beautiful. So here's Lexus in fifth place. Of course, first thing I'm going to comment on is her suit. It's stunning. It's a beautiful color. Looks so pretty in the video that I saw on Instagram. Her posing is gorgeous. The hair, the makeup, just flawless. In terms of her physique, I love the size on her lower body. She's got lots of muscle in her legs, beautiful curve to her quads, great detail. The line coming down really shows off that curvy hamstring. She's got nice size in her glute. Just spectacular. She is not minuscule. She's got some good muscle, but a tiny waist and then great lats and gorgeous delts. So like just the curves are crazy. Maybe a little bit more sharpness in the details. Not even so much from the front, but a little bit more tie-in in the back. And like, I think she could be unstoppable. So she looks really good. I'm so excited seeing her in fifth place. Next, Vanya in fourth. We just saw her at the Charlotte get first place. Her conditioning is crazy again. That really sets her apart to me. You really notice the lines running down her leg, showcasing the back leg. Her abs look amazing. The obliques are so sharp. Her waist is so small and beautiful detail in her delts. So it's just, she looks athletic. She looks sharp. She looks really tight and I love it. Beautiful posing. The suit is great. I love this dark lip she's rocking. She just looks amazing. The only suggestion would be to put the hair to the back so we can see this back delt, but it's just a photo. She might have done it a second later. I think she looked awesome. Okay, Romina in third place. We've seen her a few times. She's already a first place qualified Olympian. She's looks beautiful. She, again, is another athlete that I think could have a little bit more blending with the tan in terms of the foundation color. It's just a tad bit too bright for me, but she's got gorgeous curvy delts, nice tiny waist, beautiful obliques, and wow, really full glutes and nice side view of the hamstring. I think her conditioning could have been a little bit deeper to show off the groove, that line coming down to separate out the quad, but not a lot, just a little bit. I liked how it looked here at the girl power, just a little bit more of that line being visible. Her waist looks tiny. From a posing perspective, you know, I notice how low she holds her hand, and maybe it's the ring, so it just kind of draws my attention, but I don't think it needs to be so low. I would definitely pull her hand a little higher, and it would just draw your eye up and make you notice the hourglass shape even more. But overall, I think she looks stunning. Okay, Ashley in second place, back to the red, so beautiful. Her lipstick is perfect. Gosh, she looks amazing. Great conditioning. You notice this line in her hip. You notice the detail in her abs. She always has the most incredible abs. Tiny little obliques. Her midsection is so small. Great curves. And wow, her shoulders never cease to amaze me. It's like every show her shoulders get better and better, and her posing looks really good too. Like, I'm really noticing the width, I'm noticing the lats, and I'm noticing the tininess in her waist. So that curve is awesome. Great glutes as always, and beautiful hamstring. One thing now that I'm starting to think Ashley could maybe improve upon, if Ashley could improve upon anything, is the size in her quads so that she has a bit more curve in the sweep. So when I look at her compared to our first place winner, I see a little bit more of a straightness to the leg, whereas our first place winner definitely has a bit more curve. That is honestly the only thing I can think of. I think Ashley is beautiful. She always nails it with the makeup and the presentation, and the red suit looks just as gorgeous as green, as any color, really. Okay, Amy in first place. So beautiful. Again, and again. She's just on top. And first of all, I noticed the red lips. I love it. When I compare to the Clash, it's gorgeous. I think it looks so stunning. Of course, you notice the beautiful delts. She's got a lot of size, a lot of width, tiny waist, nice detail in her abs. Maybe not as six-packy as Ashley, but still really good definition in the obliques, really flat, really smooth, and you really notice the curve. Now, she has a lot of size in her lower body. So we've got really full and high glutes, and look at the sweep in her quads, right? Just a little bit of that swoop, that beautiful shape, and it looks stunning. It's a great balance with her upper body. Gorgeous hamstrings, and the conditioning is perfect. You've got lines, you've got this groove, you've got a little detail in the back. Posing is beautiful. She's gorgeous. Okay. So here's the side-by-side, and here's where I notice when I really come down between Amy and Ashley, that difference in the leg, in that tiny bit more of a curve on Amy. And I do notice that Amy rotates her weight onto the big toe of the back foot, whereas Ashley seems to have it a little bit more maybe towards the pinky side of her foot. And I wonder if that does anything to the shape of this leg. To me, Lexus is the next one in terms of the size. So I love to see that, just a little bit more size in the legs. Vanya and Romina look a little more petite, certainly, but beautiful silhouettes. I noticed the shoulders on Amy as well as Ashley. Side by side, I think they look absolutely stunningly beautiful, but I really like the size on Amy. And then from behind, gorgeous. Now, one thing I did notice, because everybody is amazing, we've got beautiful fullness in the glutes. Here's where I thought Lexus could have had just a little bit more sharpness in her tines, particularly when you look at Romina beside her. Romina, though, I think could have a little bit more sweep to the outside of her quads. Vanya, I think, looks really good, really nice balance. Now, when I compare Amy and Ashley, one thing that caught my eye here was the fit of their suit on the bottom. Ashley's suit is a little bit more narrow right up here, and it almost creates more of a squareness, whereas Amy's suit is a little bit more of like a triangle shape right here. And to me, it's highlighting more of a roundness. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I wonder if that has anything to do with the way that you see their glutes and the shape, or if I'm just being extremely nitpicky because I'm looking at a still photo. But overall, when I compare them side by side, I think Ashley has amazing size on her legs from behind. I think she looks really good, particularly the inside of her legs. I think Amy has some incredible size on the glutes. The roundness looks beautiful. They both have amazing tiny waists and really impressive full delts. So what a top 5. And of course, Amy was already qualified. So there are more shows. I've got those 2 from last weekend still to recap, and then there are 3 more coming up this month. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss those recaps. Give me a like if you like this video. Comment below with your thoughts, maybe on the suits, on the colors. Ashley, Amy, what do you guys think? And come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.